The following segment is sponsored by Carr Carr. Well, accidents involving pedestrians, of course, those can be heartbreaking. One distracted moment by either a driver or a pedestrian can change lives, and the attorneys at Carr Carr want to help everyone avoid those kind of accidents and to help you if you are unfortunately involved in one of them. Joining us this morning via Skype is attorney Michael Carr. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. I think this is really important to talk about, especially just, 2 weeks ago, we had horribly slick, awful roadways, and I thought how easy it would be if somebody was out shoveling snow or somebody got stuck, outside of their car to be involved in a pedestrian type accident like this.
Yeah, that's right. We see a lot of pedestrian type accidents when there is snowy weather. You have someone that's driving too fast on a snowy road and leaves the roadway and hits somebody that's trying to shovel snow off the sidewalk. So that's a big problem in wintry weather. Mm-hmm. But also we see a lot of accidents involving runners. Runners are out when it gets warmer, like we're going to see in the next month or two. And many runners are now running with ear pods. And so they're listening to music while they're running. And so as they're running, they don't hear vehicles that are coming around towards them. And so they were not able to take evasive action. And you compound the problem with vehicles driven by drivers who are on their cell phone. So if you have a driver that's on their cell phone with a runner that's running with an ear pod on, you could have a pretty dangerous situation.
Absolutely, I'm sure. So what is the most common reason that pedestrian accidents occur? Is it because of distracted drivers or the earbuds, or is it a combination?
A lot of times it's a combination. You could have a driver that's distracted by a cell phone that may also be going too fast in a neighborhood. And you could have a runner that's running and the runner's not wearing reflective vest, not wearing reflective clothing, just running wearing dark clothing in a neighborhood. And when you have those two things happen, a lot of times we do see accidents occur.
Okay, so if you are the driver of a car and you accidentally and horrifyingly hit a pedestrian, are you automatically the person that's responsible? Are you expected to kind of keep control of your vehicle, or are there extenuating circumstances for that?
Well, drivers have a duty to exercise reasonable care while driving. And so if a driver is taking every precaution, not on their phone, not driving at an excessive speed, keeping a proper lookout in their surroundings, and a pedestrian just darts out in front of them, and the driver doesn't have enough time to take evasive action and hits the pedestrian, then most likely the driver's not going to have any fault on them. But if a driver is on their phone and driving too fast and it hits a pedestrian, then the driver could have some fault on themselves, even if the pedestrian was wearing dark clothing or maybe on their ear pods. So a lot of times there's a combination of fault that we see, either driver driving too fast and also pedestrian that's not keeping a proper lookout.
Okay, so if you are the person who unfortunately gets hit as a pedestrian or the driver of the car who hits a pedestrian, best advice is to get a hold of you guys to find out what to do next?
That's right. So if you get hit by a vehicle and you have reason to believe maybe the driver was not driving at a proper speed or was driving while distracted, then you can make a claim against that driver's insurance policy. And so that's what we do here at Carr Carr. We represent pedestrians who have been hit by drivers who are not exercising ordinary care by either driving too fast or on their phones, driving while distracted.
All right, so bottom line is put your phones down, pay attention where you're going, and if you're out running on the roadways, make sure you run in areas where you're not going to get hit.
That's right.
All right, well, we're going to direct folks to you guys in case they have any questions or issues with this. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
All right, thank you for having me.
All right, Carr Carr attorneys at Law 918-747-1000. You can find out more at carcarr.com.